Samay Raina is one of the most talked about young comedians in India. Today, his journey is not simple. It is not only about fame, it is also about risk, controversy, pain, silence, and return. Before he became a major name in comedy, Samay Raina was known for something very different. He was a competitive chess player during the pandemic. He started streaming chess online. At first, these were simple game streams, but slowly, something changed. People did not only watch him for chess, they watched him for his humor. He joked naturally. He spoke with ease. He mixed Hindi and English. He laughed at himself. He connected with people in a very direct way. That is how his online presence began to grow. Samay Raina did not rise through the old comedy path. He was not built first by clubs and small live stages. He was a child of the internet. His audience grew from screens, live chats, clips, and online energy. Then came a bigger leap that he created India's Got Latent. This show became one of the most popular comedy formats on YouTube. It was messy, wild, fearless, and different. It looked like a talent show, but in truth, it was almost a parody of talent shows. Contestants came on stage. Judges reacted freely. There was roasting, absurd humor, improvisation, and sharp unpredictability. The production was rough, the style was raw. But that was exactly why many young viewers loved it. It felt alive, it felt modern, it felt uncensored. Very soon, Samay Raina became a major figure in India's growing online comedy world. Millions watched him. Shows sold out. His name carried excitement. He looked like a comedian who understood the mood of a new generation. But success can break very fast. A major controversy began after a guest on his show, podcaster Ranveer Alabadia, asked a question that many people found explicit and offensive. Public anger spread quickly. Police complaints were filed. A case was registered against people connected to the episode, including Samay Raina. The pressure became serious. The fallout became heavy. His editor was arrested. The full series was taken down. Suddenly, the same space that had made him famous became dangerous. For months, Samay Raina stayed away from public attention. His channel became quiet. His public presence almost disappeared. People wondered what had happened to him. Some supporters stayed with him. Some people moved away. Some critics thought his career was finished. This was not only a professional fall, but it was also personal. The silence around him became part of his story. His name started to represent something larger. It showed how risky online fame can be. One moment a person is celebrated. The next moment that same person becomes a target. But Samay Raina did not fully disappear. He returned with a stand-up special called Still Alive. This was more than a comedy performance. It felt like a personal statement. It showed not only his humor, but also his emotional struggle. In this special, he spoke about his break from the spotlight. He joked about legal trouble. He joked about public outrage. He joked about losing friends. He joked about the strange loneliness of being cancelled in the age of social media. But under the jokes, there was pain. He spoke about anxiety before going on stage. He admitted that returning was difficult. He said the pressure shook him deeply in some of the most emotional moments. He opened up about feeling broken. He even shared how hard it became to answer his mother's calls. That made many people see him differently. Earlier, he was often seen as loud, fearless, and reckless. Now people also saw his vulnerability. His comedy still had timing, it still had punch, but now there was sadness inside it too. This is what makes his story powerful. Samay Raina is not only a comedian who became famous, he is also someone who learned what it means to lose public approval. He learned what it means to face fear, legal pressure, and emotional collapse. And still, he came back. His story also reflects a larger change in Indian comedy. Comedy in India was once limited to smaller circles. It was more urban, it was more controlled. But platforms like YouTube and Instagram changed everything. Now comedians can reach millions directly. Regional language comedy is growing. Live shows are expanding. New voices are appearing everywhere. But bigger reach also brings bigger danger. A joke today can travel far beyond its original moment. Different people hear it differently. Context can disappear. Reaction can explode. And the consequences can become very real. Samay Raina's life stands at the center of this new reality. He represents freedom, he represents risk, he represents the internet generation of comedy, and he also represents the price of going too far in a time when public judgment moves very fast. What makes him interesting is that he did not completely reinvent himself after the controversy, that he did not become soft and fully safe. He did not fully surrender either. Instead, he seems to be adjusting. He is testing how to remain himself while surviving a harsher world. That is not easy. For any comedian, this is a difficult balance. For a young comedian with a huge online audience, it is even harder. So who is Samay Raina? He is a former chess streamer. He is a digital age comedian. He is the creator of a hit comedy show. He is a performer who rose fast. He is also a man whose career was shaken by controversy, and now he is a public figure trying to rebuild his voice without losing himself. His story has no neat ending yet. The controversy has not fully disappeared. The questions around comedy, limits, and public reaction are still there. But one thing is clear, Samay Raina did not allow one public collapse to end his story. He returned. He stood on stage again, and through humor, honesty, and defiance, he reminded people that he was still there. That may be the most important part of his biography. Not that he became famous, not that he fell, but that after the fall, he chose to return.